Mike Jones.
Yes. I forgot to turn the mic on. My apologies, everyone. I forgot to turn the mic on. My apologies, everyone. We here now. Um, there's a couple of things that I want to discuss. As far as with the yeah, I'm gonna say everything back over. There's a couple of things I want to discuss. Obviously, we're gonna discuss the Tekashi situation with Aaron Bat Young. We're gonna discuss a couple of other situations as far as how our community, because as usual, whenever we talk about any of these things, we also want to talk about how our community is affected and why some of these things happen and why it's so easy for us to sometimes get sit in the wrong direction. You understand what I'm saying? So we're going to be discussing that. But also, without a shadow of a doubt, we have to discuss the man that was murdered over a chicken sandwich. We have to do better, people. We have to decide to do better. But before we get all the way into that, I want to explain something. Admins, for future reference, future move on from here. I want to say this publicly. If somebody is just being a nuisance, we're not going to hit them with their bags. We're just going to give them timeouts. The people that we are going to hit with bags are the ones that are just being disrespectful. But the individuals that are just being a nuisance, we're just going to Give them timeouts. We're not gonna throw them all the way out the door. All right. So this is how we're gonna handle this, because I don't want people to feel like they can't comment, and I understand that sometimes people don't understand that somebody might have been in here, come here frequent, and they always they say things that are out of that they shouldn't say, that they know are disrespectful, and an individual that just came don't know that there's history. So then they see somebody say something and they think we're just kicking people like randomly, not understanding that there's history behind why this person has to go. So I just wanted to state that. Because of the title. What up, Dame Dollar? I ain't seen you in a minute. What up, M Boogie? Ain't seen you in a minute. Haven't seen a lot of y'all in a minute. What up, Jumper? Border Jumper Music. Let's give shout outs this today. I'm feeling good. What's up, Christian Sedanio? How you doing today, my brother? Blank Face Killer. Okay, I don't know you, but shout out to you. What up, I don't. I'm gonna call you Double O because I don't even know how to say either which one. Maybe this was a bad idea today. What up, M Boogie, Poetic Mystery Butterfly Campbell? How you doing? Katie Cam, how you doing, baby girl? Ty Carter, Chad Edwards. I don't know why I say Edwards that way. What up, Intergalactic Space Ninja? My brother, I need to know which days you are free. You know what I'm talking about? What up, Chad Edwards? I said your name already. I know because I say Edwards weird. What up, Fly Guy? How you doing today? Haven't seen you in a while. What up, Curtis Mosley? Haven't seen you in a while. Peace, my brother. What up, Big Boy? That's what it is. Salute. Love my admins. What up? Who else we got? I'm about to say Chad Edwards' name again. What up, Foot Ass Entertainment? Z Climber, Snorty Nose. I appreciate everybody letting me know y'all couldn't hear me too. I don't know. I forgot to hit the jump off. Let's just go right to the end. Wayne Omega, Thomas Vasquez, who we got that MB. Did I say Boogie? I think I said Boogie. What up, Bree? How you doing today, baby girl? Okay, for everybody that don't know, we got some we got two female admins. Dimes. What up, Thomas Buccieri? What in the heck? What up, Aussie Nate? I think I just said your name wrong. What up, Deborah Bryan? Haven't seen you in a while. What up, Maximilian Mocha? That's what she says. Well, that MB says, Jack, I'm in Maryland, and people from PG County, Maryland, would do dumb stuff like that. I'm gonna let you know something, my brother. People are doing dumb stuff all over the planet. So let's not put this on people in Maryland. What up, Illusions? What up, Jay Earth of the Truth? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. What up, Carolina Lucky, Rowdy Rhoda, Mike Wade, Flower Bloom, Big John, Sakar SP, John BK. Hey Jack, I ain't gonna say his name, but do you think people will buy that guy? But I don't know, man. People gotta do whatever they want to do, man. I do want to issue an apology today, right? And I'm gonna explain to you why I'm issuing the apology. I'm not issuing the apology because I was wrong for anything that I did, but I'm gonna issue the apology because I could have told the story without saying the person's name. Me telling that particular story that I had told today, I didn't need to tell the person's name. The name wasn't I didn't need to say the person's name. So I want to give an apology for Mei Ling for saying her name. But everything else that had to deal with what I was talking about, as far as I'm concerned, is 100% accurate. But I do want to apologize for saying her name. I guess that wasn't necessary. I do want to apologize for saying her name, and I want to apologize publicly. Um, what up, Hunter Rizzle? Yes, you get love, my brother. What up? Let's talk about it. Everybody go sub to Let's Talk About It. Um, that's a whole fact. That's a whole fact. Everybody subbed and let's talk about it. All right, let's get right into this. All right, so I'm not sure which story I want to cover first. What up, Kevin Scully? Let's take a vote. Which story y'all want to cover first? Y'all want to talk about the Aaron Bat Young with the Tekashi situation, or y'all want to talk about Popeyes first? Let's get some votes down there. I need Big Boy, Count Popeyes, Bree, Count Aaron Bat Young. I need some votes. Ah, shoot, let me plug my computer, about to go all the way off. I'm so happy that what I set up right here, everything is right here. I'm in the other room working sometimes because I want to sit and do other stuff. I gotta fucking get mad extension cords. This shit is retarded. Okay, everybody want to cover the the Tekashi situation first. Aaron Bat Young. All right, so well, McDonald, Burger, White, I'm naming every damn restaurant. KFC sells clone chicken. I don't know what these guys do. Yes, we're going right with the Tekashi situation. All right, so I wonder if anybody's gonna go tell her I apologize to her, just like they went and go tell her I said something about her. You feel me? It just goes to show you where people at. Anyway, couple of things I want to say first of all, and the number one thing that not necessarily the number one thing that I want to say, but there's something that we have to understand. A lot of people are locked up in jail right now due to a lack of due to a lack of being able to have appropriate schooling, due to the lack of schooling. A lot of people are locked up. You understand what I'm saying? Like a lot of people are in jail because during their formidable years when they were supposed to be in school and everything else, maybe they had problems at home and nobody helped them. Maybe they went to school and they wasn't able to learn appropriately. So then when they was pushed out into the world, they wasn't able to find a reasonable job offerings. Now I'm gonna explain something real quick, and this is before I even get all the way into the Aaron Bat Young situation, so you could be where I'm at with what I'm talking. Our school systems are purposely, listen to what I'm saying. School systems in certain parts of our country are purposely meant to be so you won't so to have less students that excel. This is on purpose. It doesn't only happen in inner cities. It doesn't only happen where we have a majority of colored people. It happens also where you have almost all white people. They have schools like this too. They purposely make it so you cannot, there's not a lot of people that excel. If you got a town that the town needs to make sure that they have workers for let's say back when it was mining, there's not mining isn't a thing really no more, but they're like if there's mining, they don't want to have everybody in school be super smart or be extremely intelligent, because then who's going to want to work in the mines? If this is a town where they have factories at, they don't want to have everybody, they need to have people to go work in the factories. If like in a place like New York City, we need a lot of unskilled labor. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's important to have unskilled labor. Do you understand what I'm saying? So due to the fact that we need unskilled labor, or literally unskilled labor is very important. People don't understand how important unskilled labor is. Unskilled labor is very important. Those are your security guards of the world. Those are your people that go work construction. No disrespect to security guards, no disrespect to construction workers. Those are unskilled labor. You go there, you have no training whatsoever. They show you how to do the thing they need you to do. You get it? Factories. They might have how do you say working on the piers, on the docks, or whatever the hell it is. We need to be able to have people that are going to work there. Now, you think somebody with a freaking 160 IQ is going to go work in the freaking fields? Unskilled labor. Do you understand what I'm saying? So before we even get into the whole Aaron Bat Young situation, what I'm trying to explain is I think that there is an argument that could be made that there are some people who are currently locked up in prison that because of how they scored on tests as like an IQ test and whatnot throughout the course of their lives, they can argue that the school system that they grew up in didn't have adequate funding from the government in order to be able to give them the proper education that they needed. I'm not talking about being rich and wealthy. Oh, thank you. But no one would do those jobs. Right now, we're talking about just education level. We're not talking about how much money anybody is taking as an income. We're talking about education level. Okay, Lops TV. I'm having a whole different conversation right now. I'm not giving nobody a pass on nothing. I'm having an entirely different conversation right now, and I've already mentioned 2 or 3 times that I'm having a different conversation right now. I'm having, in my opinion, a much more important conversation than simply coming on here and saying what I'm gonna say about homeboy, about Aaron Bat Young. Shout out to Aaron Bat Young. Obviously, but we're having a much more informative conversation right now. My apologies that this isn't something that you could, you know. I'm not trying to insult your intelligence or whatever, but obviously you don't understand what I'm talking about. I don't know how to say something without going at you. So I'm not gonna say nothing because I'm not trying to go at you. What up, Dana Friendly? Haven't seen you in a while. So my point is this: before we can even talk about the whole Aaron Bat Young situation, all right? So look, this is the problem, and like I just said, this is not a problem that only happens in our communities. It happens in every community. You got towns that's 90% Caucasian people that they do the same thing. I believe that there's that an argument could be made that there are people that could be locked up right now in jail, and an argument that they could make is that the government underfunded their schools and didn't give them an appropriate way to be able to make a living in life after they graduated from school. After they moved up in school, the government didn't fund their schools well. I think that that's an argument that could be made. That's just my opinion. And I've been thought that this is an argument that individuals that are currently incarcerated can make. If you're incarcerated due to the fact when you get incarcerated, due to the fact your incarceration is basically built off of the fact that you have a lack of resources, or it could reasonably be synced back to your schooling. I'm not talking about everybody like, oh man, this guy committed a crime, had to be the schools. Nah, that's not everybody's case. Some people is just, that's what they're about. There's a lot of people locked up in jail, and when they went to jail they were already smart. You get what I'm saying? There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that are locked up in jail, and before they went to jail, they were already pretty smart. So obviously, I am not talking about these people, but I know people personally who I grew up with and who I know. In my whole entire time knowing them, I knew that, I'm not gonna say slow because that's not fair. But I'm fortunate. And I keep saying this. I went to PS59 when I was growing up, and I was fortunate. And one of the reasons why I was fortunate is because the teachers in my school didn't just teach the information; they helped us learn how to learn. Do you understand what I'm saying? They helped us learn how to learn. See, the thing is you could tell anybody, like nowadays when they teach students, they just give you information, and you gotta, at the end of the school year, you gotta memorize all the stuff so you could write it down in a thing. That's when the school I went to, PS59, they didn't teach us that way. They taught us how to learn. They taught us how to get to the solution. You understand what I'm saying? That's what they taught us. So when I see people that all they could do is memorize and then redo the thing, I understand that there's a difference. That's the point that I'm trying to make. Now, Now, getting right back to Aaron Batts Young's situation. Aaron Bat Young's lawyer, what up, Denise Cologne? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Aaron Bat Young's Omar Epps went to that school? I did not know. Aaron Bat Young lawyer has filed something with the courts asking for leniency. They're not asking for him to get free. They're not saying, hey, we have this issue, send us home. They're asking for leniency because what they're saying is that he has a learning disability. And what I hear when I hear you have a learning disability, what I hear is your school failed you. Now, might there actually be something wrong? If there is, then your school failed you even more. If your child realistically just have a learning disability where they can't learn at the same level of the other children in their class, your school isn't supposed to just take your kid, throw your kid in the classroom and then be done with them. That school is supposed to figure out a way to get your child assistance, because a school's main purpose is to raise your child so your child could become a pillar of the community, so your child could become an asset to the community. That's what the school is supposed to be doing. School is not supposed to be daycare. So if he actually did have a learning disability, and that school did not document that he had a learning disability, and then didn't also try to get him assistance for his learning disability, then 100% that school is at fault. If he doesn't have a learning disability, but due to the lack of the resources that school had, they wasn't able to reach him and teach him due to resources, then that puts it also on the government for not getting that school the appropriate resources. Now, with that being said, y'all do know where they pull the money from first when they talk about funding wars, right? When they talking about funding wars, you know the first place that they go to get the money from, right? You do know, right? The first place they go to get money is from the schools. I think it's despicable that our teachers don't make more, especially in the inner city. I think it's despicable that our teachers don't make more money. I think it's despicable that in New York City, you got schools that can't even afford to be in the building that they in, so they got to rent space out to smaller schools. I'm going to say that again, because if you don't live in New York City, I bet you that don't make any sense. They got schools that can't afford to be in the building that they are currently living, that they've been in. So they have to rent out space to other schools. Could we give D Fresh some put him in the give him some timeouts? You ain't gonna come in here and talk about single mothers. You got single fathers out here too. Can you just give him some timeouts? I'm trying just not to kick people. Just give him some timeouts. These teachers are not getting paid enough money. Period. Besides that, these schools don't have enough resources. You think it's an accident? You think it's an accident? You think it's an accident? that the No Child Left Behind law did what it did? Okay, for everybody that don't know, I haven't even got all the way into the Aaron Bat Young thing yet because we're discussing this. But this has a lot of implications on what I'm about to say regarding Aaron Bat Young's situation. And why I think that this is a great argument that his lawyer is bringing up, by the way. I think this argument that his lawyer is bringing up is great. And I personally think that not only do people who are currently incarcerated, I think that people who have previously been incarcerated, I think that teachers, I think that so many people should start a class action lawsuit against the government. We have to do something to stop them from taking money from these schools. What's up, D Jones? You know how we got this situation where they're talking about $15 minimum wage? I think the teachers should have a minimum wage. And their minimum wage should be way over $15 damn. Chilling, D Jones, just chilling. I think a teacher's minimum wage in a city like New York City, minimum wage for a teacher should at least be $20, $21 an hour. That's just me. And to be perfectly honest with you, it might be better to stop the by the hour and give them salary. And make it so a teacher makes a minimum of I don't know what teachers make now, but a minimum of 40 to 45 to 50,000 a year. A minimum. You know, you start off, you're a teacher when you first become a teacher. I guess maybe 35,000 a year. I don't know how much your teachers make. But after you do your first 3 years and you got your spot, you gotta be able to. There's no reason in the world. There's no reason in the world for all of the best for teachers to come to the city. And if they're a good teacher, some school out of town is gonna come pull them in. Some school out on the borders of the city is gonna come pull them. Some because we need the good teachers. I'm gonna tell you something about what they talk about as far as the church. You know what the church is for? The church is for sinners. If you sinning all week, you need to be going to the church more than if you ain't sinning all week. If you pay teachers more, you get better teachers. That's my point, Aussie Nate. I'm going to say that again. You know what it says in the Bible? Church is for the sinners. If you're sinning all week, you need to go to church more than the person who isn't sinning all week. That's crazy. Deontay Watts says every teacher at his school has a second job because teachers are not paid enough to live comfortably. How can a teacher do their job well if they have to have a second job? Appreciate you, Mommy Rocks. I'm not going to repeat your comment because it's going to seem like I'm patting myself on the back. But I definitely do appreciate that comment. But that's what needs to be done. All right, so real quick. All right, so basically, Aaron Bat Young's lawyer. If we make a teacher's salary 90,000 a year, how many teachers you think that's too much? I don't know how much teachers make now, but whatever the minimum a teacher makes now, it should at least be $10,000 a year minimum. Minimum. And that's for starting. And then your pay shouldn't be dependent on how well kids do in at these tests that we have, because now all they're teaching them is memorization. We have to then figure out a new way to determine how good a teacher is. I don't have all the solutions. I just know that what we're doing right now, we need to figure out a way to make it better. Now hold on. So if teachers is making 35 to 45 now, then teachers should make, starting off at 45, going up to at least 65, 70. That's decent. But no teacher in New York City should be making that's been working 3 years or more should be making 40K. That's especially understanding that most people who are teachers, we need them to do their jobs. We need them to do their jobs. Teachers should also get other benefits like I know what I'm thinking, like, if you want a Metro cards, free Metro cards, but also teachers should definitely be able to, all teachers in America should be able to write a certain percentage of their gas off on taxes. I mean, I don't know how many people do that now, but that right there is a benefit. Teachers, whenever they're purchasing anything at all that deals with a scholastic that has anything to do with a scholastics, anything that has to improve with learning, even if it's not for school, they should be able to write a portion of that off on their taxes. Even if they're buying something personally for themselves, there needs to be benefits that teachers get. If a teacher just likes reading and they want to go buy a book of their own, they should be able to write 35% of that book off. They should be able to write percentage of their gas off that they got to go to work. Shout out to Aaron Michelle Jones for the donation. Appreciate you. They should be able to. They should be able to. That she just joined the Gold Club, by the way. That's the Gold Club. Appreciate you, Aaron Michelle Jones. They should be able to write that off. Like there's things that the government could do outside of just raising their base salary, their base pay, that will make it so the teachers, after you, let's say, if you live a certain distance close to the school, not away from the school, but a certain distance near the school where you actually work at, you should get some kind of towards your rent. You are in the community. Teachers should get all type of different write-offs. All right, so let's get back to Aaron Bat Young. Stop putting first of all, no class that only has one teacher should have over 25 students. Period. No class that has more than 25 students, that has up to 25 students, should have one damn teacher. Period. And when you get into high school, they 20 students, one teacher, 20 students. We're trying to teach these kids, not babysit them. How can a teacher, I'm going to tell you what teachers do. And it's not on purpose. They have no choice. The first couple of weeks of class, they zero in on the kids that they could teach. They teach those kids. The kids that they can't teach, they can't wait for them. A lot of teachers do that. They don't have no choice. I'm not knocking them. I'm not bashing them. These classes are too large. And not for nothing, these are all great examples of why when Aaron Bad Young says he had learning problems and problems at home, and this led to the lifestyle in which he currently was in that got him to where he's at, he's not wrong. Even if they thought of this because they was like, let's trick the government, he's not wrong. He's 100% on point with this. I don't know whose idea this was, but he's correct. Our schools are sending kids straight to prison. Our schools are sending kids. Okay, first of all, if you got, okay, we got Spofford. They building a new Spofford now, whatever, right? You got a freaking kids jail that's full. The schools are failing. I don't know no other way to say it. He's involved in the RICO. Everybody's co-defendants. What you talking about? Thank you, Shy Murder. The first thing I talked about was how all of this is planned, by the way. Erin Michelle Jones said, we got to find a way to save the babies. We got to commit to some actual footwork time regarding the matter for sure. I've done footwork regarding PTSD, I guess meant PTSD, and desegregation laws that at the time were still effed. Look, you know how many kids suffer, you know how many adults suffer from PTSD? You know what kind of trauma a lot of individuals have from the childhood that they had, especially kids that was kids in the 80s. Remember, 80s was the crack era. Never forget that. 80s, crack era. You know how many kids suffer from the 80s, from PTSD? Nah, you good. You good, Erin Michelle? I think that they should have cameras in the classroom. I think that they should have cameras in the classroom. I think that there need to be some criteria put in place to recognize the children that have problems at home. I think that there need to be some criteria put in place that when there are children that have problems at home, they can get free. Um, I'm not gonna say daycare, but they can go to. There's programs for them to go to after school. I think that the government need to put billions of dollars into our education system. Period. But you see, when you do that, you stop people from going to jail. And they're not building new schools; they're building new prisons. I think the cameras are into schools not to protect, but so that we can see who needs assistance. We need to be able to see who needs assistance. We need to be able to see, I'm not trying to spy on the teachers, but we need to see which kids need extra assistance. I'm at this point, I'm not talking about kids running and shooting up schools. We're not talking about that. I'm talking about being able to see what's going on in the classroom so we could pinpoint the children that need extra assistance. Lubu's personal channel says, They need to invest less in education. I'm not even. Could we give Lubu give him some timeouts, please? Please hit Lubu with some timeouts. Every single admin in here that says they need to invest less in education. The rest of your sentence is moot. You're right. Every classroom will have students that need extra attention. That's a fact. Whether we find out that these kids need extra attention or not, they're not going to stop needing extra attention. So you might as well attempt to get them the extra attention they need. Actually, from what I heard, shout out to let me make sure I get this channel right that I heard this on. Let me make sure. Let me make sure I get this channel right. Hip Hop Classics Daily. Hip Hop Classics Daily. Shout out to Hip Hop Classics Daily. All right. And there's a reason why I'm saying this. That's where I actually heard his rendition on this. And as soon as I heard what he said about this, he's not saying the same thing I'm saying, by the way. But I agree with what he was saying also. I think that what he was saying was on point. I'm not disagreeing with him at all. I'm not trying to go at him. I have to say all of this because people are gonna go into his comment section and say that I disrespected him, because that's, I don't know, people are weirdos. But a shout out to him. And what I'm saying as far as this is, he also brought up a point that something else that he's saying is that he was born addicted, that he was a crack baby. That's what they're saying. I don't know if that's actually what the courts is, what he's saying to the courts. I don't know, but this is what Hip Hop's Daily said. Wait, hold on. Shy Murder said, wait. I think Lubu was trying to say they need to invest in modern day education, not this industrial style that they are using. I'm just saying they need to invest in education. If they invest in education, then nobody is saying what specific education they need to invest in or not invest in. I'm saying they need to invest in education. The first place that I spoke about the education that they need to invest in is paying for teachers and getting supplies. Another thing that I also said earlier, both of y'all might have missed this, but I said part of the problem with our education system is they're trying to teach kids to memorize and they're not teaching kids how to learn. And that's another thing that they need to start teaching people, how to learn, because all they're doing now is teaching people how to memorize. So I don't know if that falls inside of what you're trying to say that homeboy was saying, but that's what I'm saying. And I'm not saying that anybody else is saying might be incorrect. What? Jonathan Graves said, I can't wait to see my guy out. Party time at bar noon, and no one will F with him. Not as long as I'm around. They'll have to kill me to get to him. Believe that. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Jonathan Graves, but okay. You're gone because I put somebody on the timeout. Well, I'll hit you with your bag so you can never come back. How about that? Is that fair? I think that's fair. There's no way in the world saying that they should not put money into education is a good move. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane to say that. You know what? We should stop putting money into education. I'm not even gonna talk about that no more. That's crazy. That's crazy. People just really hate the kids. They hate my father too, apparently. Um so basically the point in which I'm trying to make is Shout out to Dance Hall Tours. Appreciate you, my brother, for the donation bags. Too tired for deregulating. I'm guessing you're saying. Um, Come back 2.0. No, that person could stay gone. The other person was just put on a timeout. Considering how many people we hit with bags and kicked them all the way out the door, you gonna get upset for getting put on a timeout? You just want to argue. Could we just keep kicking out the person that's just here to argue? They're just here to argue. Could we just keep kicking them out every single time? And then I'm gonna ignore their comments. Shout out to Big Boy. You know they just do this when y'all donate, right? I know whenever anybody donates to the channel, that's when they troll. They come here and they wait the whole entire channel and wait for people to donate. So the people that support this channel, if y'all really want to say F these guys, all you got to do is donate. No, Lubu, if that's what you were saying, then my fault. If that's what you were saying, my fault. But my point is that I already went over what I thought we should spend money for. You might have missed that. So you came in and you assumed, I'm guessing, that I was just saying more money to do the same thing that we've been doing. But I spent like the first 20, maybe 15, 20 minutes of the video of this show talking about what we should actually spend the money on. I didn't call you a troll. I wasn't even just talking about you. But now you're acting like a troll because you want to make me hold a conversation other than the conversation that we was talking about. After I basically just apologized. Shout out to Dance Hall Tours. Oh wow, Dance Hall Tours has joined the is that the Platinum Club? That's the what, that one's the gold. So that's the Platinum Club. Dance Hall Tours joins the Platinum Club with the donation. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, D Jones, shouting out my pops. How are you gonna apologize to somebody if there was a misunderstanding and they still gonna get mad at you? And then it's crazy. Oh man, I'm not even talking about that no more. Let's get back to what we was talking about. Um, so basically, the point in which I'm trying to make is that also one of the things that Aaron Bat Young said. Okay, so hold on. Lubu's personal channel said they teach us to be slaves. We don't need more money to be dumb us down. We need our schools open and teaching the right teaching. But okay, first of all, I already spoke about how they just sending us to school to be slaves. Once again, that's something that you missed. You're not breaking any new ground here. I talked about that already. We don't need more money to dumb us down. I already spoke about why they're dumbing us down and everything. So once again, you just said two things that I've already spoke about. We need our schools opening up, teaching the right teachings. I've already said that also. So I mean, what do you want? What do you want? I've already said all of. I'm not okay. Forget it. I'm gonna leave that alone. I've already said all of those things. Anyway, one of the arguments that Aaron Bat Young is also having is that he was addicted to he was born addicted to crack. His schools failed him. He had a bad his home life suffered. Shout out to Aaron Jones. How you put that thing over there that says vibes? That's dope. He had a bad home life. All of this, in my opinion, has something to do with a lack of infrastructure in our school systems. I'm going to tell y'all something. I went through a really harsh period in my life. And the one place that I was able to go to and get some kind of support was at my school. No lie. Um, I went through a real bad period in my life, a hard time in my life, and that was the only place I was able to go and have any kind of support. That's why I love PS59 to this day. And if I ever make anything of myself where I can give back to the community, PS59 is going to be one of the first places that I'm going to go with a big ass fucking check. A big ass check. I love PS59. Um, The only bad memory I really have of PS59 is Miss Pinkerton. Not Miss Pinkerton, Miss no, Miss Pinkerton. She absolutely made my life hell for the time that I was there. Absolutely made my life hell for the time that I was there for no reason. For when I was in her class, she just, maybe she got the, I don't know. I was having problems at home, so maybe, I don't know. I don't know. So if not for that school, I don't know where I would be at in life right now. I don't think I would be. I don't think my brain would have developed the way that it has. And this isn't the first time I've spoken about PS59. I've spoken about PS59 numerous. Miss Pinkerton, I think I was in her class in like third grade. First grade, I was in these two teachers' classes. Um, Second grade, I believe I was in Miss Bethel's class. That was the best teacher I've ever had in my life. Third grade, I believe I was in her class. Fourth grade, I think I was in Miss Katz's class. Fifth grade, I forgot who my teacher was. And sixth grade, I was in this other lady's class. I forgot her name, but I'm never gonna forget her because there was a rumor that she got in trouble. Her friend was snorting coke in the bathroom. So I don't know how true that is, but there was a rumor about that shit. It could be like 100% wrong, but that was a weird ass rumor going on around about that shit. I don't know. Kids just got rumors and shit. There you go. Young Soul is funny. Shout out to Young Soul. What's up, my brother? Um. So yeah. Mocha says I homeschooled my son in high school due to a lack of funding in California. He graduated and went to college also. PS59 in the Bronx, right there on Bathgate Ave. What's that? Bathgate 182nd? No, we're not. We're not gonna talk about. We can't do a raffle on the channel, but we still gonna have something going on. We working through the logistics of it. We're not gonna be doing a raffle on the channel because it's against YouTube's policy. So YouTube, we are not doing a raffle on this channel. Although the idea of what we will be doing is we're still gonna be doing with a subsidiary, but it's not gonna be promoted on this particular channel. And another thing that we will be doing is when we actually go to the places where the people who are part of whatever that thing is that wins, we will be still going there with BBN and filming. That's a fact. Um, yeah, PS59 in the Bronx. That's a whole fact. Right down the block from St. Barnabas Hospital. I think homeschooling is important. I think that what the only way that we're gonna be able to really help our kids is there's gonna have to be somebody that decides that they're gonna teach our kids, and it's just going to be a person that's going to be at home, and the community is going to have to pay them, because at this point what's going on with these schools is just too underfunded, and it doesn't make sense. The funding is terrible. You're sending your child to school to do everything else other than get an education. Wait, what the hell? I missed one of those things. Oh, I can't move the thing. Hold on. I need to. Somebody donated and I can't move the thing, so I can't see who it is. So my apologies for not calling your name out. Shout out to Rue Jones, no peeking in the door either. I got steel bags waiting, stay out. You funny. Well, I'm always stop sending me stuff. People get mad, they get kicked, and so they they DM me the whole entire time during the show now. That's the new thing. To come in here, say something, get kicked, and then DM me. Anyway, um, Um, well, the dude, you can watch anybody's channel, man. I don't think nobody. If you watch this channel and there's somebody else that got a problem with what I do over here, you still go watch their channel. I don't understand what people. I don't. I'm an adult. I don't know no other way to put it. I don't want to have this conversation. But if you want to watch somebody else's channel that don't necessarily like or agree with me, I mean, I'm an adult. You can go do what you want to go do. But I appreciate you being over here, and I appreciate everybody who is a a positive influence on any community that I'm a part of, and even communities I'm not a part of. Being a positive influence is always good. All right, let's get back to it. So basically, those are the arguments that Bat has right now, and I can't say that any of those arguments that I'm not gonna lie to you. Um, if I was a lawyer, that I think that's a really good argument. I think that what they need to do is they need to go look up some actual cases where it has been proven that schools, so that always so you could go in front of the judge and say, well, we this case and this person, that person, and even you could throw out numbers where it's been proven that problems at schools and lack of education has actually led to individuals suffering and committing crimes, because I'm pretty sure that there are a ton, and this is not meant to be any kind of racist statement. This is watch what I'm about to say though. Okay, I stopped for a second because something happened with my jump off over here, but it's reconnected. I'm pretty sure that there are a ton of crimes that Caucasian people have committed that there's been arguments that have been made that allow for the laws to be lenient on them. If I ever have to go to jail or get in trouble for anything, that's where I want my lawyers looking. I want my lawyers looking at the stuff that these people that eh, not school shooters and nothing like that, but people that have committed Caucasian people that have committed crimes and was able to get leniency from the judge. I would state those case. Those are the cases I would state. I'd say this case over here, this thing happened over there, this thing over there, that thing happened over there. My client, we believe we fall under those criterias, and there's case study to prove that these are sufficient, that these are ways that the government can actually act on, and it wouldn't be outside of whatever. Um, First of all, look at the guy name. He's obviously trolling. Just leave him alone, though. I don't think we should have control over what our kids should be taught. I don't think I'm smart enough to know everything that my kids should learn. So I don't have that much hubris to think that I should be in control of what my kids should be taught. Does that make sense? I don't believe that I'm smart enough to know what my kid needs to be taught. There's people that are way smarter than me that knows what my kids should be taught in schools. I think that the first thing we need to start teaching kids is how to learn. I think that a lot of people don't know how to learn. That's how come you do get trolls. You understand what I'm saying? That's how you ever seen me have a debate with someone? Have who's here ever seen me have a debate with someone? Could we get a show of hands? Anybody ever seen me have a debate with someone in here? Could we get a show of hands, please? Yes, you've seen me debate with people. No, you have never seen me debate with anyone. I don't even care if you mention. I don't care. So why would you want me to read it? I don't even care. Nobody's gonna vote. All right, fuck it. But basically, I've had tons of debates. Samuel Avila says, Frost, I did not finish school, so I couldn't get the jobs I wanted. So I had to take the best job, a roofer, the only way to make good money with no school. Um, okay, so one of the biggest issues that actually is in school, right? I'm gonna tell you a real big issue that schools actually have, and that's not everybody is built to be a scholar. Some people are just better at the creative arts. Some people are better at numbers. Some people are better at different things. And I think they are supposed to be doing this in school. Don't get this confused. But I think a big problem is there need to be more alternative courses. Since there's a lack of alternative courses, you have kids that they're just not going to do well at a certain thing and they have to take that class in order to pass. You get what I'm saying? You got kids that just aren't going to get science. They just aren't going to get it. There needs to be alternative classes that teaches the basics of what a child needed to learn in science, but also allows for them to be able to grow the part of the brain that they have. My intelligence is not the same as your intelligence. That does not mean that I'm not intelligent, and that also does not mean that you're not intelligent. I'm gonna read something. Big Boy said about the whole debating thing. He raised his hands. He said he saw me debate before, and he said, and I know they gotta come correct when debating an issue with Frost. There's only a couple of times since this channel has been up that I've debated with people, and they have debated not just the appropriate way, but have also had actual good points. People confuse opinion with fact. I don't kick anybody for having an opinion. But if you're going to have an opinion, but try to tell me that I have to treat your fact like an opinion, you're trolling. I might not want you here. I might not kick you for what you're doing right now, but I might kick you because I know where you're trying to go. Aaron Mitchell Jones said, I've seen you in action. You're reasonable and respectful and human, period. Thank you. Appreciate you. Force, is there something you can do so I can see the chat on my Xbox PlayStation? Something I could do. Not nothing I could do. Yes, I kick people for lying all the time. People get kicked for lying all the time. That's a whole fact. That's a whole fact. That's a whole because once you lying and you're a liar, I don't really want you around me anyway. So yeah, I kick people for lying. Lying is a real good reason to kick it. I think everybody should kick mofos for lying. I don't care what your channel is about. If somebody coming into your channel just lying, you need to immediately get rid of their asses. Okay, so Lubu says everyone is smart in ways others are not. I know what you're trying. I think I know what you're trying to say. Not as smart in that why we have to stay together. There's the whole point. You can talk all day, but if no one is using the learned information, it has to become actions. Okay, like you just talked about like three different things in one sentence. Please be a little bit more together with it. I'm not discounting anything you just said, but you just said like three different things in one sentence, so it's kind of sounds disjointed. Um, John Douglas says you have three learning styles. Some kids learn by seeing, some by listening, others by showing. That's a fact. Most teachers don't know how to teach this. Teach. I'm guessing he's saying all three. I'm guessing he's saying all three styles of learning. That's a fact. Chad Edwards said you already have YouTube on your Xbox. I know PS4 does. PS4 does have YouTube. You can just go right to it. That's a fact. He has problems seeing the chat. I know. Some people are fortunate enough to be able to learn in multiple different ways. And that's why it's such a blessing. PS59 is such a blessing to me in my life, because I was able to figure out how to learn in multiple different ways. I can learn from listening, I can learn from visual stimulation, and I can learn from actually doing. Not the same way, all three of those ways, but I can. Thank you, Aaron Michelle Jones. You're basically talking about the thing that I just talked about, the comment Homeboy made. I think you are. I could be wrong though. So I think that that's actually a great point. And I think that I think that there's a good chance that he, whatever years that months they might be ready to give him, I think that that's a good point, that there's something that we should look into. And I think that even more importantly, I think that the people should think about suing the government. I think that a class action lawsuit should be put up in order to sue the government to get monies to stop them, if nothing else, prevent presidents and governors and mayors from dipping into the funds for our children to put them other places. We have to, every time they need money, they take it from the schools. Y'all do notice, right? Every time they're like, you got to balance a budget, they go straight to education. Yep. Thank you, First Class Supreme. That's one of the first things we was talking about. They go straight to education. Got to be a way to prevent that. Yep. You know how many weapons America have that America has so many weapons that even if we had a world war that lasted like 10 years, we probably wouldn't use up all of our resources. But you got to understand, people are still making these weapons, and so individuals got to still buy these weapons. Anyway, give me 1 second. I'm going to be right back. I want to discuss this Popeyes situation in depth. I'm going to be right back. Give me 1 second.
Mike Jones Beats.
Also, shout out to Delio Giovanni Solomon. I want everybody to go check out She Get the Money, the movie on YouTube. I'm pretty sure you're going to love it. Go check it out. Come back. Tell me what you think about it. What's up? Y'all don't like that's the BBN music. Shout out to Mike Jones. Shout out to Mike Jones. Making that beat for me. Shout out to Mike Jones. Shout out to Philly. Shout out to Philly. I was just down there in Philly. They showed me so much love. Shout out to Philly. Funny thing is, I had one dude that was like talking bad trash. He was like, yo, I'm gonna pull up on you. I said, word? This is my address. This is right where I'm at right now. He ain't never show up. He was like, yo, I'm gonna pull up on you, yo. He's talking crazy. I was like, yo, I'm right at wherever the hell I was at. I don't even know where the place is. But I told him the address to the spot. He ain't never pull up. Shout out to you, though. All you tough guys. Anyway, yo, go check out she get the money. It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. She Get the Money. Go check it out. It's directed by Delio Giovanni Solomon. It stars Canary Diamond and Lexi. I'm pretty sure you guys is gonna like it. Go check it out. I don't blame the teachers for slacking. I think that realistically, our government don't put enough money into our schools. So what do you expect kids are gonna do but grow up in the streets? When you give when you take hope away, when you take away somebody's hope. You understand what I'm saying? Like I don't know how the rest of y'all feel, but I've been in classes and I'm not a I'm don't have no learning problems at all. And I've been in classes where, because of whatever trauma or whatever my situation was at home, I wasn't able to focus in class. And everybody else is getting whatever the hell that the teacher is getting teaching. And it's just not sinking into my head because I got so many other things going on in my life. And I don't got nobody to talk to it about. I don't got nobody to go to it about or nothing. So yeah, 100%. Um, we have to improve our schools. It's not all the schools doing by themselves, but we got to improve the schools. They got to put more funding into the schools. I'm pretty sure there's a ton of teachers that would do better if they had the opportunity. You get it? Like if they had the opportunity, if they had the tools to be able to do what they needed to do, there's a ton of teachers that would do better. I think that this is a great argument, and I think that there should be a class action lawsuit. I think some lawyer somewhere need to be like, bingo, get a class action lawsuit together, or some how do you say, some organization that's for the improvement of our communities. Speak to some lawyers, get some class action lawsuits together, and what we want to do more than anything else is prevent the government from taking money out of our school systems. I think this is a great position that they're taking. Period. What are you talking about? I lost it. Send it to me again, please, Sule. I lost it. Please, I did you send it YouTube? I mean, email it to me. You're gonna be up tomorrow. Email it to me. Anybody that bought merch, email it to me. You're gonna be right on the. You're gonna be right on that same that we just put up. Email it to me. So please email it to me, Sule. I hope I'm saying her name right. So that's what I'm saying we have to do. Anyway, we need to move on to the next story. I'm sorry. We've been talking about this story over an hour now. I think that we've went into it as well as we can. Let's hope the brother. I think that this is a good argument that his lawyers is gonna make. Let's hope that they, it doesn't fall on deaf ears. Let's just hope it doesn't fall on deaf ears. Anyway, so we got to move to the next story. His dude said that crack sandwich. Now, the first thing that I want to say before I actually go into this story is I actually ate one of them damn sandwiches today. I went to the damn Popeyes. I waited online. There was a situation with some lady on the line. The shit was crazy. She called the cops. Really, I'm tell you what happened. So I was standing online. Some dude went over here to like throw something in the garbage. I went to the side like this to let him go in the garbage. I accidentally bumped elbows with the lady on this side of me. She got dumb loud with me in the middle of the freaking jump off. I thought she was with some other dude. Anybody that was on live with me on IG, I thought she was with some dude, with these two dudes. So I had to tell everybody I had to get over IG because I was about to fuck this nigga up. Part of my language. But anybody that was on IG, that's what y'all heard. I was like, yo, I gotta get off. I'm gonna have to whoop this lady's husband's ass. Shout out to Syracuse. Oh man, so that situation happened. It turned out that wasn't her husband. That was some other lady's husband though. But the point being is people are weirdos. You know, I just like the guy went to go throw the thing in the garbage. I just went like that. Like, he was brushed up against me, but instead of me spazzing out on him, I just moved out the way. Like, what the hell? And then she bumped, and then she started arguing with me. I was like, what the hell? Anyway, I actually ate some of the sandwich today, ate the whole sandwich today. If you haven't ate it with a biscuit, I don't know what to tell you. Ate my sandwich and it had biscuit. I had a biscuit with it. And it was amazing. I'm never gonna eat another one of them damn sandwiches. I finished the sandwich, I was full. And the first thought that I had in my brain was I need another sandwich. I ain't never gonna eat another one of them sandwiches. Maybe one more. Maybe one more. But other than that, I'm staying away from them damn things. Them shits is dangerous. Oh man, yo, them shits is dangerous. Maybe one more though. Anyway, very serious topic. For everybody that don't know, it sounds like drugs, man. That sounds like drugs. Sounds? So for everybody that don't know, there was a murder that happened. I believe it was today, and it happened in Maryland. It happened in Maryland, and basically what happened was, I'm gonna read the article. I got a couple of articles here. I'll read. They actually identified the man that did the murder. I'll tell you what I know, then we'll read the article because I haven't read either one of these articles yet. So I'll tell you what I know first. Guy goes into Popeyes. The lines are long. I waited online today for almost 2 hours. So the lines are long. Guy goes into Popeyes. The allegation is that he skipped the line. I don't know whether he skipped the line or not, but that's what the allegations are. Hold on, Mocha. I don't know who got caught about what. They caught him? Hold on. Could somebody could get me the could somebody give me the article where they say they caught him so we can read that also? Appreciate you. He gets online. They say he skipped the line. He gets in an argument with the dude that allegedly he skipped the line in front of. Those two people go outside. One of them gets stabbed. He ends up dying. before we go into all of this about whatever, we have to start treating each other lives better. We have to start treating each other like other people's lives besides ours matter. We have a problem in this American system where we don't treat other people like their life matters. And we're so desensitized due to the internet. I think trolling has a lot to do with it. You got to understand, you got people that be on the internet all day trolling other people. You think that when you see when these people go out in real life that they care about other people? I know you think that they care about you because they say that they care about you, but the same individual is also on the internet trolling all day. They're desensitizing themselves to the actual concern for human safety. They're gonna care about you until you and them have a falling out, and then they're gonna try to unleash the wrath of hell on you. So that's another reason why I just can't stand trolls. Anyway, yeah, somebody died, Overlord. We're not. I'm gonna hit you with a timeout, but we're not gonna make fun of people that died. I'm not kicking you because you've been here for so long. If it wasn't for the fact that you've been here for so long, my dude, I would hit you with your bags right now. We're not making fun of nobody's death. We're not doing that. It was over being skipped in line to buy the sandwich. Listen to what I'm saying. He got staked. The fight happened because it was over getting skipped in line to buy the sandwich. Now let's read this article real quick. We got two articles here. Let's go over. Let's read the one that's the most up to date one. They have a picture of homeboy. Is this a?
The only concern I've ever had from a patient, or the only regret I've ever heard from a patient, is that they didn't go for it sooner. So stop waiting. Come and see us, and we can help you.
Hello, everyone. I apologize. Patiently awaiting an update in this case. And to give us that update is our Chief Hank Stawinski, Stawinski, of the Prince George's County Police Department in Maryland. Chief?
Thank you, Jennifer. I'm troubled to come to my community this afternoon, less than 24 hours after a pointless crime was committed. Last evening at about 7 o'clock at a local restaurant on Livingston Road, a group of individuals from our community were waiting in line for service. Just after 7 o'clock, a single individual enters that store and then over the next 15 minutes methodically begins cutting in front of other customers until he makes it to the front of that line. When he arrives at the service counter, another individual who is part of the family confronts him about his conduct. I want to make this clear. 15 seconds later, a stabbing occurs. So from the moment that this single individual confronts the man who had cut in front of the other customers, 15 seconds later, on the sidewalk in front of the store, there's a stabbing that leads to a death. I am coming to my community today, less than 24 hours later, and I'm asking you to provide your assistance with identifying this individual who is wanted by our investigators for questioning with respect to this crime. Now again, over the course of 15 minutes, this individual works.
Okay, so this is what I'm getting from what they're saying right now. Obviously, this guy that did that stabbing is in a lot of trouble. Obviously, somebody asked me what the speaker was. Obviously, the guy that did the stabbing is in a lot of trouble. But did you hear what the police officer, the sergeant or whoever he is said? He said, dude came in the store and he methodically skipped everybody until he got to the front of the line. And then when he got to the front of the line, basically somebody wasn't having it. And then that right there, 15 seconds after that happened, dude went outside because they got it on camera. So basically, he said something to him, bang, bang, bang. They said, all right. They stepped outside over a fucking sandwich. And homeboy got stabbed. Now, I'm going to explain something to you. The person who is the victim is the person who came in the store and was skipping the line. Did you get that? The person who was stabbed was the person who came in the store and was skipping the line. So that means that the guy that did the stabbing was in there with his family. We don't know exactly what happened. We don't know if he threatened a family member. We don't know what happened. I'm going to say this one more time. The person who actually got stabbed was the individual who came in the store and was skipping the line. What up, Scott? I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all whole opinion of the situation just kind of changed. Yeah, salute to Scott. He sent me a video that was really good, based on the situation that's happening out there in Chile. And I basically posted the video. Salute to you, Scott. Keep sending those videos in. I'm not giving nobody any excuses for taking anyone's life. I think that this is a tragedy all the way around, period. Just so we could be clear. But I think that if the person who would have did the stabbing was the person who came into the store and was skipping the line, I think people would feel a lot different about this. Wait, hold on. You was there when it happened, Shy Murder? I think they already, somebody said they already picked them up. Shy Murder, you was there when it happened? Oh, okay. Okay, so let's read some of, oh, there is no read. It was just, but that's like 9 minutes. I'm not going to show y'all 9 minutes of that stuff. All of this is insanity to me. You had a lady that was ramming her car, that destroyed her car over a $4 sandwich. This man just lost his life over a $4 sandwich. Think about that for a minute. How much is your life worth? This dude just lost his life over a $4 sandwich. Daily Mail, this goes some PowerPoints right here. I'm going to read them to y'all. Almost every movie is about pimps and hoes. Did you see the latest I Am Dolomite? Did you see that yet on Netflix? It's literally about pimps and hoes. Almost every movie. What are you talking about? Pimps, hoes, drug dealers. What's Power about? Drug dealers, pimps, hoes. What are you complaining? Anyway, it says the Popeyes customer who was stabbed to death Monday night has been identified as Kevin Terrell Davis, a 28-year-old from Oxon Hill. He was stabbed Monday around 7 p.m. outside of Oxon Hill Popeyes in Maryland. The man was in the line at the chain in the midst of a chicken sandwich craze. Prince George County Police revealed he entered the restaurant and cut the line. After cutting, a male suspect confronted him and they exchanged heated words. Within 15 seconds, the two took the confrontation outside and Davis was stabbed. Responding officers performed life-saving measures on Davis, but he died from the single stab wound. Cops are pleading for help in identifying the male suspect who remains at large. Police Chief Hank Stowinski condemned the attack as pointless. The attack was pointless. Let's check real quick to see if anybody was arrested. Who's got to have vision? What you talking about? This is crazy. Why is this person still sending me stuff? Real quick, if you get kicked, you can't then send me a DM saying you don't care. I'm looking to see if anybody was arrested. Somebody said somebody was arrested. I don't believe anybody was arrested yet. But they do got a photo of the guy. He's standing there with his family. That's crazy how you could just be minding your... Nope, we don't do the black and white thing. Who's trying to make something about race? That's the easiest way to get kicked out of here is start trying to make stuff about race. Alright. I didn't say you did. Somebody else said some weird stuff. I don't know. I just seen that. Anyway, this is a picture. No, they wasn't calling me a racist. Somebody else said that the dude was saying something about race. Appreciate you, Lowry. Shout out to Lowry. I ain't seen you in a minute. That's a picture of the dude and the female he was with when the shenanigans, when the mishap happened. I feel bad for dude. I feel bad for dude. I feel bad for all families involved. Um, it's crazy when we can't even go to the store and order a sandwich and be civil. Okay, hold on. Hold on, real Tupac fan. Are you telling me I'm spreading the lie, or are you telling me that I'm reporting what's being said? Oh, it's a quote. It's a quote from where? Where are they quoting that from? Well, I don't know what that's about. All right, we don't know. We don't know what that's about. All we could talk about. Yeah, you could post a Twitter link. Or what are we debating? I don't know. We just talking. If it turns into a debate, it turns into a debate. As long as it's respectful. Um, just so you could be clear, you got two people. Whether they were beefing or not isn't even important. You got two people. One guy comes in the store. People in the store actively see him skipping the line. He gets to the front of the line. When he gets to the front of the line, those two, they have words. They step outside. 15 seconds later, one of them gets stabbed. I mean, I could believe that they had a pre-existing beef. I could believe that. I mean, 15 seconds is a quick for shit to pop off. I could believe they had a pre-existing beef. But we don't have no evidence that a pre-existing beef was there. What we do have evidence of, dude came in the store, skipped the line. Beef at the chicken spot. We're not going to make those jokes. But why I got to be the older brother or the dad, nigga? How old am I supposed to be? I'm not even sure I'm older than Kevin Hart. Me and Kevin Hart the same damn age. Oh, man, yo. Appreciate you, young soul. Wait, what's that mean, Mike Lowry? I don't understand. Oh, late 30s? No, we and Kevin Hart the same age. I got him by a year. I just that damn. Wait, what are you mad at? That damn sandwich, man. You bite it. The damn thing just. It just. You ever had? You know how they be like the chicken fall off the bone? I don't even want that chicken. I don't want that sandwich no more. I don't. I don't want stuff that I think is too good. Let me keep it a stack with you.
Oh my God.
All hit him with the door. That nigga collapsed. Stabbed the shit out of him for the Popeyes. He hit. There's nothing they could do. They lit.
And I told you the one with the doors on the email and right in the
I got an amazing team. Appreciate you, Bree. I wish you would have told me what it was before I showed it. I don't know if I would have showed it if I would have knew what it was beforehand. Wait, which inbox am I checking? This is what homeboy was talking. This is what I forgot which one of y'all came in here and said it, but this is what he was talking about. Well, it's easy to get anybody to follow trends. Remember, everybody follow the trends we do, but we're not saying black people, all right? And we also ain't using the N word. So come on, man, calm down. Somebody said, I'm about to read it. I just talked to Kevin Davis' family. They said that the fatal stabbing was not over Popeye's chicken sandwich. They believe it was an argument over cutting the line. That's what I said. Police say the line was solely made to purchase the Popeye's chicken sandwich. Wasn't over a sandwich. It was over the homeboy skipping the line. And the line was only. Yes, I see you, Free Nuke. I see you, Free Nuke. I see you. Salute, my brother. I see you. Okay. My apologies, man. My apologies, my brother. How you doing tonight? I see you. I haven't been reading anybody's comments. I see you though. Appreciate you. I really do. Yes. Salute, Free Nuke. Look, it was over the sandwich, and this is why I'm gonna say it was over the sandwich. They had a line that was only for the sandwich, and then they had, if you wanted something else, you get on a different line, right? So the line he was skipping was the line that was only for the sandwich. So if they got into a fight over him skipping the line, let's not play with words. They got into a fight over the damn sandwich. Very sad and petty. But let's not sound like Kim Jong Un. But it was very sad. I'm laughing at what Mike Lowry just said. He just said something funny. Stop saying funny stuff when we talk about sad situations, y'all. It was over a sandwich. He was skipping the line that was only for sandwiches. How that girl do it? Oh man, they're gonna turn me into a meme again. Dude wanted to fight in order to be able to skip the line. That's crazy. The dude that skipped the line is the dude that got stabbed. Over, like, that don't even make sense. The worst part is it was a one-on-one. Why you had to stab him? Both of y'all skinny dudes. Why you had to stab him? It was a one-on-one. I'm not trying to. Dude that did the cutting in line, he a sucker for that, but how you stab a dude in a one-on-one over a chicken sandwich? The one-on-one. They both skinny niggas. That's the story you getting, Free Nuke? Now, this is the point I'm gonna say. I could agree with that whole. I'm not saying that that's not possible. That he was the op. He saw him in there. He ran up on him, told him to come outside, and then all that happened. I'm not saying that that's not possible. What I'm saying is he literally skipped the line, though. He literally skipped the line to get all the way to the front. If that's what happened, wow. People were weirdos. Oh, so it had nothing to do with the line, is what you're saying? He's the second person to come in here and say that. They said somebody texted that out and said that they was just the ops. But right now, I don't know that to be what it is. You understand what I'm saying? So right now, I'm just going off what the police said. If he was just calling homeboy out, they said 15 seconds. So I could believe that he came up to the front, a word was exchanged, they went outside, shit jumped off. I could believe that they had beef. I could believe that. So I met this model chick, and she was cool, but all right. Yeah, come on. Somebody passed away. We're not doing that. Appreciate you, Sounds of Harlem. Yeah, come on. We talking about somebody that passed away. Let's not make jokes. I was trying to text somebody, but I don't think they trying to message somebody. Want to ask them a quick question. They might be a little busy. Um, no Vix tonight. Is she okay? No, this is really sad. Definitely not funny. That's a whole fact. We just look. This is why I keep trying to explain to y'all. I can't. I just absolutely hate it when people think that they're gonna go online and just talk about people any old way and troll, because people are desensitized. People don't see other people as human beings. I'm gonna explain something to you right now. Everybody in this chat, people see you as more of a human being than me. we're not seeing each other as human beings. I think that that's an issue. I personally have a problem with it. People don't see people as human beings. You got people out here saying people raped them, knowing damn well that nobody got raped. They're going to be getting sent to jail for who knows how long. You got people out here dragging people's names through the mud. You got people out here trolling people day and night. You can't think that another person is a human being to have that kind of vitriol for them, to have that kind of hate for them. People don't think people are human beings. I see people do things every day that could get another person killed. Every day. I be out in the street. I don't stay in my crib all day. I got places I be having to go. I be all out in Brooklyn. I be all out in Queens. I be all out in the Bronx. I be all out in Manhattan. I be everywhere. You know how much on the line people put my life when they try to make it sound like I'm doing something on the internet that I'm not doing? They put my life literally on the line. But they don't see me as a human being, so they don't think it's important. They don't think there's nothing wrong with lying on me. They don't think there's nothing wrong with lying on Hassan Campbell. They don't think there's nothing wrong with doing that. I can't speak for Hassan Campbell, but I be literally out in the field. I be going to courts. I be going to rallies. I be going to marches. I be going to protests. When they was protesting not having no power in the DNC, I was there.
Ramirez, your people and your families out here, your sisters out here. Wait before you walk around the corner with all some marshals to come with you.
You get it?
We gotta
there.
Your family, your loved ones, we're out here. Friends, associates, we're out here. Because we all collectively realize.
Anyone who needs to use the bathroom can go.
And guess what? We heard through our system that the men didn't get them. And then we were told because they couldn't inspect it and because it didn't meet federal protocol. In a natural disaster, are we meeting federal protocol?
My point is, I'm out there in the field. I'm in the field. I'm out there. And you got individuals trying to put dirt on my name in quite a way that I might be in danger because somebody might think I'm about something or did something that I didn't do. I'm out there. And they don't think there's nothing wrong with that. So when I try to explain to you, people see you as more of a human being than they see I'm not even a human being. Yeah, and I be going to Philly too. I'm out there. That was out when they was protesting that there wasn't that we was at the MDC and there was a protest that they didn't have any electricity. I was out there. And I got people trying to say I'm doing all types of weirdo shit I'm not doing. No, I am absolutely not Jesus. Why are you even going to say that, MK Ultra? You trolling me? I'm not Jesus. Nothing like that. I'm far from it. I'm probably further from Jesus than you are. Not DNC. I meant to say the MDC. I wasn't trying to say the DFC. I wasn't talking about the Democratic National Committee. I fucked up with what I was talking about though, so that's on me. Plug this phone in. But I'm out there. I'm doing shit. I'm not trying to knock nobody else. I'm not trying to badmouth nobody else's channel, nothing like that. I'm really not. But when they trying to destroy me, look what I'm out there doing. When they throwing lies on me, when they trying to make everybody stop coming to this channel because they don't want me to get no kind of donations or views or anything like that, ask them what are they doing? What are they doing? I'm not sure what that means. Let's talk about it. I think you said you're alive. Hold on, let me go look at this shit. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to bash nobody. I'm not trying to bash nobody. I'm not trying to talk shit about nobody. I don't mean harm for nobody. I don't want nothing bad to happen to nobody. Oh man, that's my other account. That's me right there though. That's the real Jack Frost account. Yeah, I went in and I peeked in there. Y'all gotta go sub. Y'all gotta go sub. Go sub. Go sub. I gotta go sub to this. Let's talk about it. He just opened up his chat. This is chat right there. You could call in, kick it with him. I gotta go sub. Go sub to the homie. But just so we could be clear, that's what I'm out there doing. I don't know what anybody else is doing. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody or anybody else's platform or whatever anybody else got going on. But that's what I'm doing. And look at the people trying to stop me. People that look like me. Trying to stop me from trying to speak up for our people. Why?
And you help lift our spirit and come back again and go in and tell these people that they are responsible for the conditions and for not speaking up and sharing with the general public what's going on there and conditions and come back again and go in and tell these people that they are responsible for the conditions and for not speaking up and sharing with the general public what's going on there. And so there are rumors and there is misinformation because they're hiding. And I said to him, look, we're here to do whatever it takes so that we treat people as human beings. Treat people as human beings. And I want to know, why is it that when I ask, have you ever raised the issue that we need to put money modernizing this building? Because if there was money to give a huge tax cut to the rich, there has to be money for this type of infrastructure. So as our AG shared with you, Connect is here yesterday.
This is what I'm out there doing. 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 I can't speak for nobody else. I'm not trying to badmouth nobody else. I'm not trying to disrespect nobody else. But this is what I'm out there doing. What are other people? What are y'all out? What is? I don't know. I don't even know how to say it appropriately. But that's what I'm out there doing. Period. I don't know what anybody else is out there doing. I don't know what plans anybody else have. I don't just sit in my crib, sit in the house trying to figure out ways to go live and have a conversation. When there's something to go get to that I could get to and I could get some footage that I could hopefully use at some point or another, I get off of my ass and I go out in the field. I'm not stopping nobody else from going out there with me. Other people could go out there also, but do they go out there? No, they don't go out there. They just talk bad about me all day. I don't see no disrespect. I'm not even trying to disrespect nobody. But I don't do what you do. The thing I do ain't what you do. You do something else. They want to bring me down though. Can we get some likes in here, please? If you don't mind, I'd appreciate it. We got 300 people in here. Can we get some likes in here? I'd appreciate it. Tomorrow they gonna have a whole new lies about me. They gonna have whole new ways to try to expose me or some shit. I don't know. That's what they gonna have tomorrow. People might not like Hassan Campbell, but I think Hassan Campbell is, we need Hassan Campbells. People might not like him. I think we need Hassan Campbells. That's just my opinion. Oh, I didn't show the part where I was actually asking questions, did I? Yes. I was asking people questions. Good questions. I was getting interviews with people on the side and everything. I still got the stock, still got the footage. I should put it up. Hold on. Anybody want me to look and see if I got some more footage on this computer? Yeah, I got more than one computer. Hold on. Give me 1 sec. I don't think I need this other folder right here because those files are fucking huge. I have no idea. I gotta look for them. Wow, these files are fucking huge. The hell is these? me see something.
A lot of the inmates are going about their business, and when they come back in the evenings, they don't have hot water. The heat is building. It's not 100% there yet. Not 100% yet, and we don't know that it will be consistent. If we go into another cold snap, we don't know what pressure is going to apply to the aging, decrepit infrastructure in there. So we have to really keep our eyes on this situation until we see a consistency in the changes in the conditions in this facility. It is clear to us that there have been many of the rights curtailed of everyone who is in there as a result of this. And as Congresswoman Velasquez has said, who I have to really thank for her leadership, she's been here each and every day, nonstop, reaching out to her colleagues across the city and across the nation to let folk know that we will not allow for our family who happen to be detained right now to be treated like animals. We will not stand by and watch as families agonize, not knowing the truth about what is happening to their loved ones inside this facility. And we have all come together as elected officials to say that we will not stand for this type of indignity in the midst of the people that we represent. And so to each and every one, we've got to stay in these streets. We have got to stay in these streets. This is just one in a series of things that are happening within our community that we must be vigilant around. And I want to thank all of you who have been out here day one for keeping the pressure on. It is making a difference.
Yeah. Let me just say this. The most pressing issue right now is there are inmates in there who have medical conditions who are not being addressed. That is the number one issue. And so what we've asked and demanded of the warden is that they identify individuals with medical conditions so that they can have access to their medication. The next speaker is Assemblywoman Joanne Simon. Thank you.
So yeah, so this is what I've been about. I don't want everybody to see what I'm clicking on. So yeah, this is what I've been about. I don't know what anybody else has been about. I don't know what anybody else been doing. But this is what I've been about. We need people with different voices. That's why we need to have people like an Hassan Campbell. They're about to block something off. I think they're gonna block the whole street off in order to prevent protesting. They're about to start arresting people.
Her sister is here.
You can see them over there. They're trying to work out the logistics of where they're going to send everybody. They're going to try to send people, I'm believing, probably to the... Okay, a lot of people don't know exactly what's going on down here. Could you explain, or could you let us know what your experiences are?
We're here at MDC Brooklyn, federal facility. It's ran by the Federal Bureau of Prisons, and this facility has not had any heat or hot water for people who are incarcerated here. So that's the men and women. I'm hearing that the women now have heat, but the men still don't. The feds released a statement saying that it should be on by tomorrow. People have been out here for several days. This is the federal government. You can work with 24-hour contractors to get this stuff done. There's no excuse for people to be in cells that are 40 degrees or 30 degrees. It's unacceptable, and that's why we're out here.
Okay. So I keep hearing that there's some politicians that have came through.
There are some elected officials. Yes, there are a lot of our city comptroller of Scott Stringer was here. He spoke. Tish James walked in along with Yvette Clark and another senator, all walked into the federal detention center right now. So hopefully that they can see for themselves what it is and they can give us the accurate report. I heard that people met with the warden yesterday and they were here and some of themselves were 40 degrees and this contractor left at midnight. They didn't fix the problem, obviously, and we still have this facility, we still have this problem, we still have people in here that are cold, in their cells, no recreation, no heat. It's unacceptable.
Also, I heard that there was going to be some kind of, the mayor was going to offer some assistance.
Yeah, the mayor sent blankets yesterday from what I'm told. We're telling people to knock on the windows if they didn't. Most of the people saying they did not receive a blanket, from extra blanket from the mayor. So we know that they have the items as far as blankets and stuff, but the question is why they haven't been dispersed. And what we're thinking is a lot of these officers now are trying to take out whatever anger, frustration out on people who are locked up here, and it's completely unacceptable.
So just so we can be clear, assistance there was assistance.
Yeah, with only blankets. So blankets doesn't solve if you're in a cell that's 40 degrees.
That's
you still need heat.
That's a fact.
So blanket helps you a little bit.
But I also heard that there was also a generators that they was gonna the mayor was offering.
I haven't seen it. As you can see, there's no generators here.
Okay.
And also walking around there, you get some good footage of like in between the building right there. There's a lot of people in there, and people are banging and knocking.
Okay. Thank you very much. You want to tell us your name?
Yeah, Roy Waterman. Check me out. I work for the Jewish Council for Public Affairs.
You have a card?
Yeah, absolutely. And I do this work. I travel around the country speaking to Jewish communities specifically about criminal justice and mass incarceration. And I'm a man that's formerly incarcerated as well. I did almost 13 years in prison.
Thank you very much. Enjoy your day.
You too, bro.
Zane's has been out here, and I know Zane because he was my sergeant in 2009. We made it clear how we're going to move in a uniform, dignified way for the same result. Now, how can we do that way and they're going to get machine guns? The level of threat was not authorized. The level of threat was not authorized. Lisa Evans was attacked. We have people and nurses in that triage. We have turned this into a triage unit because they have to be medicated right now. That's wrong. Commissioner, that's wrong. PD, I'm going to let you know PD did the best they can. The only one captain was in there, but they were being attacked too. Officers, NYPD was being pushed out as well. We have no respect right now for jurisdictional authority. We have no respect for law enforcement. We have no respect right now for anyone who's holding a capacity and a decision-making ability. I have been communicating with the governor the whole time I've been out here. This is it. Now, if they don't respect Tish, we might as well throw our hands up and just throw the whole Constitution out.
So we've been out here. Yeah. So this area is the middle.
We're gonna try to get a word from Homeboy also as soon as we get an opportunity. So this is what I've been doing with my time. I have so much more footage. I have so much more footage, by the way. But this is what I've been doing with my time. Anybody want to see any more clips? Let's have a vote. Anybody want to see any more clips? Anybody want to see? I look down. I can't tell who's doing what. Anybody want to see any more clips? I'll play a couple more clips. Can I see some hands? I'll pay a couple more clips. Let's see a couple more clips. Because this is what I'm doing. This is what these people are trying to shut down. This is what I'm doing. When I be telling y'all don't see everything that I'm doing, just because I'm out there working, that don't mean that I'm like, look at me, I'm working, look at me. No, I just go work. Hold on, I think I closed the damn thing out. Give me 1 second. Wait, hold on. Let me close some of these things out. This has got too many of these things open. That solves that problem.
Good day, this is Kevin Hobby with Foreign Domestic News. I'm standing here with Nyson, who was an activist with all black and all people situations. We are here at the MDC, downtown Brooklyn. Well, yeah, downtown Brooklyn. And just sitting here and want to ask him a question. And my son, I just want to know, how soon you think?
No peace! I got my son on the other camera. I don't got my son on this camera. I apologize, y'all. No peace! We got to peace! I tell you, get peace! All you want peace!
Here, in this facility. They took bombs off in the street when it was freezing cold.
Look, this is what I'm outside doing.
Here, in this facility. They took bombs off in the street when it was freezing cold.
Yeah, I have my son on my other. Pardon me, I had to do it with my phone.
Okay, can you just tell us a little bit about?
We asked for electricity, we didn't get that. We asked for blankets, they said they gave it to them, but nobody from the Bureau of Prisons came out to confirm that. But when we asked them, if you didn't get the blankets to stay warm, bang on your window!
Banging on the windows.
So I don't care. I don't care if somebody did bring you a blanket. It's still freezing in those cells. It's still cold in them cells. It's still water leaking from the top of the roof on your wall. Your wall wet. I know your wall wet. Yo, bang on yourself. They denied you your 1 hour recreation. Bell on your window. 1 hour recreation is mandatory. If you're in the box, I don't care if you stab somebody. I don't care if you murder your cellmate. They still gotta give you an hour. You still gotta get an hour. It's 23 and 1. It's not 24 hours a day. It's 23 and 1. Bang on your windows if you want some heat. Bang on those windows. We are here in support of you. We are here because we don't care what they accuse you of, what you got convicted of. We care about the fact that you are a human being. Not one of you behind this prison wall was made in the lab. So that means you came from a woman, which means you're somebody's son, somebody's daughter, somebody's brother, somebody's father, somebody's cousin, somebody's friend. Something somebody lost, and it may have been the only person they had in their life that helped them. Please understand mass incarceration. Bang on your window if you know that they sweeping y'all with conspiracies. Bang on your window. It's called the National Gang Database. If you stand on the corner with me, and I'm an identified Buzz gang member, and you got a red shirt, guess what? Automatically they put you in the gang database. Their sons that standing on the corner hanging out with their friends that got on certain colors, they put your child in the gang database. And that child cannot leave that gang database as long as the NYPD says so. So if their child get locked up for something minor, they say he's a gang member and they enhance his charges. This is what happened. They got Operation Ceasefire, where they go around to our communities and say, if you're a gang member, you're a gang member, you're a gang member. If anybody does something, even if you don't know about it, we come to get all y'all. We making up charges. It's called Operation Ceasefire. Look at it. It's called mass incarceration. It's called gentrification. It's called make gun violence in our communities seem like a problem so that they can move us out and gentrify our communities and bring up the value of real estate. It's bigger than just this right now. My name is Sean Duke McFadder. I'm also known as Tripe Gangster. I ain't hide from nobody. When I was young, about 16 years old in 1994, I was incarcerated at 16, became one of the first 5 Bloods in the state of New York. Went back and forth to prison for 13 years of my life, in installments, back and forth, falling victim to the system. Till I woke up and realized that I will no longer be a consumer to the prison industrial complex. Clap your hands if you are not a consumer to this business. Not a consumer, yeah. We are not consumers to this business. It was time when I woke up and realized that they was telling my community when they told me that I was supposed to pick up.
James has been out here, and I know things he's my sergeant in 2009.
Ramirez, your people and your families out here, your sisters out here. Wait before you walk around the corner, we're organizing some marshals to come with you. We gotta do this the right way.
Each other's
waving. Your family for you.
We heard they have no, so we started
We're gonna go over here.
those that were getting incorrect information from the officials. So we started talking to them through the microphone. And we asked them if they could hear us to bang on the wall, and we began to create the system so we could hear what's going on. So we heard they have no heat. We heard that they have no lights. We heard that they have not have been given food, hot meals, and embrace of heart. And we told them, just like I'm telling you today,
your family is out here
until the heat and the lights.
Have you talked to any of the family members?
Yes, there's
Brandon Taylor, your mother
we all
is
been
out
holding
here,
each other's hands,
waving.
basically supporting each other.
Your family,
It's
your
mothers,
loved ones, we're out
it's
here.
fathers,
Friends,
it's uncles,
associates,
it's
we're out here.
It's really,
we all collectively realize that this is a human rights violation.
And then to
That's
see
why
the
we're out
spirit
here.
of the people that
That
are
is why we're out here.
I don't know if you guys caught the footage. They
Protesters
just pushed us
disrupt
out the door and
the
families
society.
and
That's why we out here.
babies and pepper
A bunch of
spray,
us, people went into
They gave us a
MDC,
glimpse
got maced,
of how they
got assaulted, got thrown, women thrown to the floor.
every single day. They pepper spray babies and kids.
This is unacceptable in America
And it's not
in 2019.
Real
In
quick,
the
do
most
you have
progressive
footage
city
of that
in
on
the
your
world.
phone?
Yes, I do.
Would you be able to
What
email
do we
that
do?
to us? Or airdrop?
Knock on the
I
window.
also have that
hold on
footage.
one
I also got
Let me get
Sure,
it.
no worries.
Right now.
We're gonna see if she can email that to us also. Eh. Absolutely. What agency y'all work for? Ron, you guys are the best.
Oh, this is so chilling. Hearing the, people whose voices are right now channeled through the knocking. It's like it's horrifying.
We're gonna airdrop it to you.
Oh.
Shots too. So I saw it.
First thing I want to do is I want to apologize for not being able to get the interview. I have it, but I did it with my phone. I gotta find it. I don't know where it's at currently, but me not being able to have the interview that I did with my son. My son gave a great interview. Salute to the brother for stopping and talking with me. But I ran out of footage by the time I was able to get my son and be able to talk to him. I had no more space on my phone. But this is what I do. So when you see channels disrespect me, people try to talk about I'm a bum, people try to say I don't do real news, ask them when they put feet on the ground and when do they go out there and they do something other than sitting in a crib and trying to figure out whatever they doing. I'm not even gonna try to hate on nobody, but for whatever they doing, ask them when they do what I do. Ask them that. We gonna call it a night. I'm gonna put some of those up on the channel so people could know what we was doing out there and what we was trying to do out there. I'll put some of that stuff up on the channel. I got a lot of footage. I didn't put a lot of it up on the channel because at that time I didn't have a program I could use to edit. I had a different editing software and it wouldn't allow for me to edit. But now I know how to use Premiere Pro, so I'm going to be able to edit that and put that out, and I'll put that out on the channel. But I just want people to understand this. I don't know what anybody else is doing. All I know is that some people are trying to emulate what I do, so they think that we do the same thing. We don't do the same thing. I just want to make that clear. Look, I'm going to let y'all see this comment. Hold on. I wanted everybody to see that comment. I was going to let that comment come through because just so people could see how strong the hate is. I wanted people to see that comment. Salute to the admin that took care of that, though. That's a whole fact because that was a real evil comment. But I wanted people to see that comment. And also, I want to let people know, this is the BBN. This is literally my channel. Just like people could go on their channels and call me all type of BS N-words, just like people could go on their channels and say that I said I was sleeping with women I wasn't sleeping with, all type of other weirdo stuff that they try to say that I'm doing. That's because they're trying to stop what I'm doing. If you're literally, I don't care who you watch, go watch whoever you want to watch. But if you're somewhere encouraging people to try to destroy this channel, then you're somewhere trying to prevent the message from getting out. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second.
Mike Giants Beats.
can support whoever you want to support. I'm just saying, know who you support. Know who you support. You can support whoever you want to support. Because these mofos is out there attacking me every day of the week. And if I say anything in my defense, they say I'm bullying them. Just pay attention to who you support. Pay attention to who you support. When those brothers was in that building and they had no lights, they had no nothing, I was outside that building reporting on it. Going live also. There's live footage, just so everybody can know. I was there on the, I would live. There's literally live footage. Brothers was in there. What was these other dudes doing? Some of these guys didn't even have a YouTube channel yet, but what was the other dudes doing? What were they doing? I only could be what my actions are, period. I'm gonna let that go. I love all of y'all. Everybody have a good night. You gotta do better, yo. We gotta stop paying attention to these suckers. We gotta stop jacking these suckers. We gotta stop letting these suckers think that this little bit of whatever they doing, like, it's just it don't make no sense at this point. Free Duke. But it's time. We gonna end the show tonight. We went kind of long, almost 3 hours. Yeah, look, I love y'all, man. I just want everybody to do better. And when I say do better, I don't mean make more money. I mean do better, like spiritually. We have to spiritually. Some people need to be spiritually healed. Some people are just toxic. Let's just try harder to remove the toxic people from our lives. Some people aren't going to do better. Some people want to do better but don't know how. Let's figure out the difference. Let's not leave nobody behind. Let's not decide because somebody committed a crime that we got to throw them away. We literally live in a system that is predicated towards pushing people to criminality. Once you absolutely understand that, and you see that somebody commit a crime, you just look at them different. You don't look at them like they less than a man. You don't look at them like they less than a woman. You don't look at them like they less than a human being. You look at them different. You can all win. Just because your win isn't the same as my win, that don't mean that it's not a win. It's still a win. Just pay attention to our own wins. If we pay attention to our wins, we'll get more of our wins. We'll be able to achieve our potential. But if we're paying attention to the next person wins, we're never going to be able to reach our potential. I might be able to read faster than Usain Bolt, but I can't run faster than him. And if I dictate my success dependent on how fast I could run rather than dependent on what my personal attributes are, I'm never going to reach the success that I am destined for. Same as you. So don't pay attention to what the other person is doing. That's what they doing. Pay attention to what you got going on. Pay attention to the thing that makes you who you are. When you do that, when you truly do that, then you'll be able to be the best you that you could be, or at least be on the path to get there. I love y'all. If you got somebody in your household that's still awake, please give them a hug. Let them know that you love them. We don't know what tomorrow might bring. We don't know what kind of maniac we'll run into in the middle of the street. We don't know what somebody might try to do to us. We don't know what lengths we might have to go to in order to survive, and where those lengths will send us. So if you got somebody in your household still awake, please give them a hug. Tell them you love them. There's people that tomorrow night, they're not going to even be able to have that same option. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification game. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.